Hello. Today I would like to read a paragraph to you. This is from a book I got a long time ago. It's a big book. This is called the Orisha book. Um, this the revelation of the mysteries of God, the universe, the history of the world, Jesus, and ourselves. I have in Spanish and English actually a version of this book. It was published in the 50s, I believe, 1953, something like that, or 56, I can't remember. It has no author, so we don't know who wrote this author. There's speculations there about kind of idea of who's the author, but really there are speculations. There is nothing publicly stated as any person or any group of people that wrote this. Is a very elaborate, large book, and it speaks about our universe, and all the composition of the physicality, spirituality, and this philosophy altogether. Is fiction. At least that's my approach. I do not take this as authority of anything. Um, and as a fiction, it's a very fantastic book, quite elaborate, and like I said, it's lots of information there. Um, Having said that, I really like uh, this concept about that I'm going to read to you about the challenge of why there's the evilness, right? Why there's this such of bad things that we encounter, that we have encountered in humanity, in this world for forever, from the beginning, I guess. Um, this is not a claim of to an explanation as to why by any means, and please, I want to make that clear. Do not take it as this is why or this is the purpose of, because it is not. Like I said, however, having said that, like the Bible is still to me, and I will point that out, and I will guide everyone to go to the real source that I believe. For example, my personal belief. But if you want to look for authority, the Bible is the one that I use and that I base myself on. Um, I'm not going to preach to you either. I respect everyone's positions and ideas about it. I know some people may not agree with what I'm saying about the Bible, and by all means, everyone is entitled to their opinion. To me, it is. But about the paragraph that I am about to read to you, is expressed in such a simple and beautiful way, kind of poetic, um, which I think important and truth and concepts come like that. The complication is left at the door, and it has to be simple. uh, I think it needs to be simple in order to be profound. um, anyway, I see this in a way that it helps me, and I hope it helps you to see things from a different perspective, because I think this is the point of it. This is why I'm doing this, at least. This is what it serves, or how it serves me to see concepts that are very complex and very profound, very real, see them from a different perspective, right? And I think this is one of many, the importance of reading and continue to advance and mature our knowledge. I think as humans, we have that responsibility to really cope with our challenges that we are living, new and old. There's so many old concepts that we're still dealing with, have not been resolved, and new ones are present in our generations. And I think it's our responsibility as humans to think about, to process all of this information, not to find a solution, but simply to mature certain concepts, right? Such as this one, for example. Um, I think we owe it to ourselves. I think we owe it to future generations that will come after us, that will also confront with the same things, or worse, or new, And it is also, we owe it to our ancestors. We need to evolve, we need to mature, we need to, as this paragraph points out, build character. And I think that's such of an important aspect of humanity that is being left behind, right? And that's why I always focus, or I always use the Bible as a basis, because that is what is proclaiming. We're building character among this adversity that we're living through. With that said, I'll read the paragraph. And it starts by saying, the uncertainties of life and the vicissitudes of existence do not in any manner contradict the concept of the universal sovereignty of God. All evolutionary creatures' life is beset by certain inevitabilities. Consider the following. Number one, is courage, meaning the strength of character, desirable? Then must man be reared in an environment which necessitates grappling with hardship and reacting to disappointment. Two, is altruism, meaning the service of one's fellows, desirable? Then must life experience provide for encountering situations of social inequality. Three, is hope, the grandeur of trust, desirable? Then human existence must constantly be confronted with insecurities and recurrent uncertainties. Fourth, is faith, the supreme assertion of human thought, desirable? Then must the mind of man find itself in that troublesome predicament where it ever knows less that it can believe. 5. Is the love of truth and the willingness to go wherever it leads desirable? Then must men grow up in a world where error is present and falsehood always possible. 6. Is idealism, the approaching concept of the divine, desirable? Then must men struggle with an environment of relative goodness and beauty, surrounding stimulative of the irrepressible reach for better things. 7. Is loyalty, devotion to high duty, desirable? Then must men carry on amid the possibilities of betrayal and desertion. The valor of devotion to duty consists in the implied danger of default. 8. Is unselfishness, the spirit of self-forgetfulness, desirable? Then must men live face to face with the incessant clamoring of an inescapable self for recognition and honor. Men could not dynamically choose the divine life if they were not for the self-life to forsake. Men could never lay saving hold of righteousness if there were no potential evil to exalt and differentiate the good by contrast. 9. Is pleasure, meaning the satisfaction of happiness, desirable? Then man must live in a world where the alternative of pain and the likelihood of suffering are ever present experiential possibilities. Anyway, I will leave it there. Those are 9 points in the paragraph that really are this depiction of a character, right? Like, how is human or any entity will be able to develop character without confronting the opposition, without confronting the challenge, and without the limitations and the real danger and the real possibilities and everything that humans go through, and you know, gives you that perspective that if you were a celestial being, as the Bible describes, for example, the cherubs who follow Jehovah, you know, day and night, I mean, perpetually, without a rest, everywhere it goes, serving Jehovah. And for them, it is unthinkable that they could do any evil or any badness. It's unthinkable, like it's impossible for them to sin. It's impossible for them to think anywhere against God. Well, humans don't have that. We have the free will. We have the choice, and we're confronted with it day and night. And then we have contending with we have to contend with certain entities that are not friendly at all to humans on top of it. So it's not only our weaknesses that we have to contend with, but there's also other things that are out there that we have to battle with. And you know, if you want to not believe or go into the supernatural, by all means, okay, you still have to contend with what the system you're living in this world, and is not friendly, and is not healthy, and it is diabolic, and it is attacking you constantly, and it's attacking you from youth, from very very young age, even more so, I think, as we're evolving, as our technology is evolving. It is attacking your integrity, it is attacking your character, it's attacking your goodness, um, the essence of humanity. I mean, attacking to you as your basic identity, whether you're a man or a woman. That's unbelievable when you think about it, right? Like, anyhow, without going more into certain topics, um, I hope that you enjoy this paragraph as much as I did. I hope it brings you a little bit of um, you know, challenge, or maybe help you think of more profoundly about this concept. Um, Anyhow, please let me know what you think. If you want to share a comment or opinion, if you want to email me for a more private sharing of your opinion, that's fine. I have all the information in the link below. Thank you.